Hey guys, my name's Diego. I just want to do a little review here of some custom figures that I have. It's occurred to me that I haven't done this, and I probably should. I collect McFarlane figures, and these are all custom figures that I have had commissioned and made by a very talented artist, and I will give you his name in just a minute. I'll try to explain as much as I can. Alright, trying to not lose my mind here during the quarantine or whatever, and a little bored, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this. Give him his props. I'll go through these one by one, and basically this is just a review of what Oscar Roundtree does. That's his name. And we'll go ahead and take a look at these one by one. If you can't already tell, my favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys, and one of my favorite players is Deion Sanders, if you can't tell. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go through these one by one. The first figure I have here, guys, I'm not a professional. I'm not a YouTuber, so if the video is bad, I'm sorry. But I'm just trying to give Oscar his props here. Like I said, he's helped me out with a lot of stuff, a lot of personal stuff. I consider him a friend of mine. So I just want to show, a lot of people will post pictures, but I just wanted to do a real quick video. This is the standard Deion Sanders McFarlane that you can get in the Jerry Rice Deion Sanders 2-pack. But Oscar has a good eye for detail, and he's gone ahead and made the figure a lot more detailed than he comes. He tries to get it as authentic or as correct as possible. Again, first of all, are the insanely awesome detailed shoes that he does. This is, I owned a pair of the, actually I owned all of these Deion Sanders signature shoes. But these are the DT Maxes from 1995. Again, you see, this is the colorway he wore when he was a Cowboy. White with the navy tiger stripes. Alright, you got the Nike gloves. And then you've got just a little bit, he did a little clean. I'm not a fan of those, sorry about the finger there. I'm not a fan of the dirty figures. I like clean figures, right? So you've got the proper gloves and shoes. Again, there wasn't a whole lot we needed to do on this figure. I didn't do anything. He did it all. He needed to do, again, there are no logos on the sleeves here. In 1995, the Cowboys had entered into a... sorry about that. They entered into a licensing agreement with Nike, and as a result, Nike wasn't licensed to manufacture the jerseys yet. So these are all jerseys made from, the old ones were just Apex jerseys that had the Apex logos ripped off, and Deion came on before the Apex jersey. So these are actual jerseys that were from Rip On Athletic, a company from Berlin, Wisconsin. And they're the ones who did all the game worn stuff. Again, you see got the 21 there. All right, so that is our first Deion. All right, moving forward from him, we've got also another 1995 Deion in the other jersey he wore as a Cowboy that year, the blue double star jersey. Again, people will erroneously, oh yeah, Deion wore the white double star. Deion technically never wore the white double star when he was a Cowboy, because this year they wore the white jersey. and the standard white, and they wore this double star. Again, you see, he went with the darker socks. We've got the same DT Max shoes. Again, this was uh, repainted from, if I'm not mistaken, from Baltimore Ravens. Deion Sanders that I had lying around that I sent to Oscar. Again, no logos on the sleeves. And again, you've got the correct font. Again, one of the things I'll give Oscar a lot of props for is he goes out of his way to research the fonts and stuff. Again, this was a non-serif font that they used on this double star jersey, which is different than the other font that they normally use, a serif font. But again, here is your Deion in the 95 colors, which looks pretty cool. I'll see if I can go through some of these as well. Let's see. My personal favorite, because of the shoes, this was my personal favorite. This is 1996 Deion. The point was he was going to try to make them all in an action pose. He's pre-snap. He's running after the receiver, jumping up to intercept the ball, running back, high-stepping, and celebrating in the end zone. So that's what he tried to accomplish here, and I think it worked out really well. Again, this is our 96 figure. Again, he's got the DT4s, if I'm not mistaken. This was my personal favorite shoe. I owned a pair of these. I don't know, just like those the best. Again, Nike gloves. You've got this. Finally, we've got our Nike logos on the jersey. And again, Oscar takes a lot of care here to use the right font. The Cowboys have a thicker block font that they use on the names. On the numbers and the name. Again, you've got the serif font. Again, you've got the Nike swoosh and on the sleeves, and you've got the Cowboys name there on the chest crest, which again appeared the first time in 1996. All right, so you've got Deion running. This would be stride if you had a receiver. The receiver would be running next to him, and Deion is getting ready, and he's going stride for stride here with our receiver. All right, so that's our 96 Deion. I don't have them in chronological order, so I apologize, but we'll go with this other 96 Deion, I think, again, because we've got the shoes. That's awesome. I'm just barely noticing that he did 2 sets of this shoe, which is awesome. Thank you, Oscar. I'm dumb. I didn't notice that. But again, this is Deion hopping up to intercept the ball. Again, same deal. Oh, also, he does a correct face mask, right? That's the type of face mask that Deion wore with the 2 bars on either side of his eye line. Again, and he's got obviously his signature neck. I don't know what that is. I guess like a warmer or band or whatever. Deion would wear that. Again with the loose. I apologize for the noise, guys. I'm in my living room and my front door is open. So if you hear cars passing by, which they're not supposed to, I'm sorry. Let's see what do we got here. Again, correct number fonts. Again, shoes, whatnot. Excellent figure. Again, just awesome work that he does. So I can push these out of the way. Let's see, what do I have here? This should be the 97 Deion, if I'm not mistaken. Again, with the DT5s, I also owned that pair. It must have been a real pain in the butt to do that set, because this shoe is very, very detailed. There's a lot of silver. There's a lot of squiggles and lines and stuff. And like I said, Oscar did very, very well to capture what the shoes are. That's really the big selling point that I had on these. And again, we're not just going to do a bunch of Deion's in white jerseys. He went with the navy, the bad luck blue, quote unquote bad luck blue. jersey that Deion is wearing here. Again, we've got the swooshes, the correct face mask. He's intercepted the ball there. Correct number font, name. Again, looks good. Again, with the shoes. This is the 97 figure. Right, and that is him. Let's see who else we have here. We've got probably one of the cooler figures that I've got here. This should be our 98 Deion. And again, these also very detailed shoes. This is the Airspeed Flash that he wore. This is when Nike went to that whole Zoom Air thing. And sometimes you'll erroneously see a Barry Sanders a Zoom Air shoe referred to as a Deion Sanders. But again, his were called the Airspeed Flash. Again, his signature shoes had a 21 and a DS on them. Again, Oscar does very well to capture that. And again, this is probably... I'm not going to lie. I was going to say this is my favorite figure, but they're all my favorite figure. But this is probably one of the coolest just because he's doing the high step. Right, this figure. And the cool thing about Oscar is he works with you a lot. He shows you the figures all along the way as they're being made. And again, he did really well. And I think there was a version of this figure where his leg wasn't high stepping out as far as I would have liked, so he was very accommodating and he did it the way I wanted it to appear. Again, correct number font. Got the hand on the back of the helmet, just like Deion would, high step. Again, with the Airspeed Flash, is a very, very nice figure. We move on to a couple of other Deion figures. I think I got a couple more. The celebratory pose. This pair of Nikes was never made commercially available. These were his signature shoe, but they weren't made commercially available. This is the 99 figure. Again, not commercially available, but very nice with the celebration, the holding up the arms, the looking up, with the loose chin strap. Again, one of Deion's trademarks there. Again, with his towel. Again, the correct font. Again, these figures just are insane, guys. This video, there's no way in hell this video is doing justice to how good Oscar does. He's insanely good. I know that there's other customizers out there who, and I'm sure they're awesome, and I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but from the very beginning, I have one customizer, and it's Oscar Roundtree, and I will stick by him until he tells me to go jump in a lake or whatever. But I'm sticking with him because he's freaking awesome, and his work is awesome. Again, our 99 figure. This figure I really like. Although technically it's not really correct because there's no way Deion would have been doing his Deion dance in this uniform, because if I'm not mistaken, he didn't attend the Pro Bowl this year, but he did make the Pro Bowl. And I'm a nut for Pro Bowl uniforms. You'll see in just a minute when I show you one of my Roy Williams figures. Again, a pair of shoes that was not commercially available. They were custom made for the Pro Bowl for Deion. Again, you've got the Wilson logo. Wilson at this time made the Pro Bowl uniforms. Again, you've got the nice detail of the do-rag poking out the back there. You've got his neck band, and you've got him doing his his Deion dance. Again, very awesome figure. I love it. I love the white. It looks freaking awesome, this figure. Like I said, guys, I can't say enough about this guy. He's insanely good, and he's insanely good. That's really all I can say. Let's see. This is the new set of figures that just came in today, and we didn't have this one, but this is an actual pose from an actual picture from Deion. Again, he's scored his touchdown. He's on his knees thanking God. And this comes directly from a photograph that Oscar found. And he was able to do. Again, just insanely cool, guys. The airspeed flashes. He even does the bottoms. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Just insane work. All right, so those are all my Deons for now. We've got some more coming up. I won't spoil the surprise. I will do another review when I get the other ones in. But let me cover a couple of other figures. Let me do my Dat wins. When Dat Win was a football player at Texas A&M, a part of the Wrecking Crew, I said, man, it would be really awesome if Dat Win ended up being a Dallas Cowboy. And lo and behold, he actually was a Dallas Cowboy, which was just insanely cool. A player that I followed from college got a chance to play for one of my favorite universities, and my favorite NFL team. And again, this figure is awesome. It's a custom sculpt. He doesn't just do repaints. Actually, he frowns upon repaints. I'm actually very fortunate that he's willing to do them for me. He doesn't really he likes doing the sculpting and the moving pieces around and stuff. And this is one of those custom figures, a pre-snap, where Dat would be calling out, they're reading the offense. Insanely cool. It's got the commemorative, this is from 2000, the commemorative Tom Landry fedora patch, right? He's pointing. I actually sent this, and see, again, this figure is a testament to how freaking insanely awesome Oscar treats his customers. Oscar was using a thinner number font that was not entirely accurate. I was able to source some decals for him, and he said, "Send me back the Dat, and I will fix it for you." And he didn't charge me for it, so that's awesome. Again, the thicker varsity block font with the 59s. Again, Nguyen, his last name. Again, I think he's still a big staple in the Houston area. His family owned a Vietnamese restaurant there. But again, really awesome figure. This is just insanely cool. Insanely cool. Dat Win, right? And he did a couple of repaints for me in his college uniform. Again, this figure, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Miami Dolphin. I think it was Zach Thomas. I don't remember. I'm not sure. I'm sure he can comment if I post this video, and he can tell you exactly what he did if he wants to. If he doesn't, that's his business. But again, in college, he wore number 9. Has the Nike logos, the NCAA logo, the right font. Again, this is his white uniform. And then this is his maroon jersey. Really awesome. Like I said, this is just really, really cool work. I mean, I know I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry, guys. This may not be the most interesting thing in the world to you. But again, words escape me of how these aren't just collectibles, guys. I mean, these are handmade works of art that Oscar is able to put together for someone like me. One of my favorite Cowboys and one of the unsung heroes of the Super Bowl era defensive line is Air Force veteran A-10 pilot, American badass Chad Hennings. Went to the Air Force Academy, flew the A-10 Thunderbolt. For those of you who don't know, it kind of looks like the Rattler from Cobra from G.I. Joe. And this is him in my absolute favorite uniform of all time. I love the white 1994 double star. I have a jersey that is personalized with my name on it. I don't really fit into it anymore because we're getting a little thicker on the stomach, but I still have it. And this figure is insanely Cool. Correct number font. 75th anniversary patch. I mean, everything. Socks with the rings, the right colors, the right everything. And that's, again, the right font. This is just, I don't know. This one's just freaking cool. They're all freaking cool. So again, I can't say this is my favorite, but it's my favorite with all the other ones. But again, face mask, everything. This guy just nails it. He absolutely nails it. And last but certainly not least, when I was young and had my vision okay, I actually tried my hand at customizing, and I had this set of decals on a computer disc, which I sent to Oscar, and Oscar was able to slap together something that on my best day I couldn't come within an inch of what this guy did, within a mile, within 100 miles of what this guy did. Roy Williams, the safety, Pro Bowl uniform, very nice. This one had all kinds of little bits and pieces, the stars, the Pro Bowl logo, the Cowboys logo, the All-Star, the numbers, the stars, the Pro Bowl logo on the back, the stars on the pants. This is just cool. And again, I can't say enough, guys. I really can't. I mean, Oscar has done an insane job. I am honored to call him my friend. We message every once in a while. He bounces stuff off me. I bounce stuff off him. He currently has some other figures he's working on for me. I'm not going to get into those because I will do a video whenever those show up. But honestly, guys, Oscar did awesome. These things are freaking cool. Got Deion celebrating back there. Dat when he was in the Wrecking Crew. Chad Hennings. We've got Roy. We've got Dat pre-snap. Deion, and Deion. So again, guys, I hope the video did anything for you. I'm not, like, subscribe. There's nothing to subscribe. There's nothing to like. But if you want to order custom figures for my money, for my bet, there's nobody better than Oscar Roundtree III. So mad respect to him. Thank you for watching. And if you want to comment, go right ahead. I'll try to answer some stuff for you. But if you're looking for he doesn't just do Cowboys. He does other figures as well. Don't think that he just does Cowboys. But he's also a Cowboys fan. Sorry, I didn't mean to out you, Oscar. But again, give him a ring. Give him a message. If you're looking to have some work done, you will not be disappointed. All right, guys. Over 20 minutes for the video. Let's go ahead and stop this. Stay safe. Be careful. I hope everyone's doing okay. God bless you, and we will catch you the next time. I'm out.